Hey, what's good? Top of the morning, top of the morning. You know what it is. Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. Thank God for the wake up. Seriously. Well, let me just start off today. Hey, before I go into the things I wish to talk about today, today is a good day. I woke up great. I was able to get some sleep last night. Woke up a little early yesterday. Because my oldest had some doctor's appointment. So, and you know what? I celebrated all weekend with my oldest because it was her birthday, but officially it wasn't her birthday till yesterday. So let me wish her a real happy birthday. To her, Kaya, I love you. You are amazing. And the world is your oyster, for real. You have such a good spirit and a good nature about you. And I hope that never changes. You are amazing, bright, smart, caring, loving, all of these things. And I'm just so happy that I get to be a part of your life. You know what I mean? You're truly a dynamic, a force that will be reckoned with. I know that for sure. So, with that being said, today I feel great. I do feel great. My body feels great. I haven't ate breakfast yet, so I will be eating that soon. And but I want to talk a little bit about social security benefits or insurance. I tapped into this a little bit before with seeing what this is all about and so because there's going to be a point I'm assuming at some point where I'm gonna have to go on disability or whatever. And there's some things that I need to figure out because I know what happened to me the last time I did chemo, things like that. So, and the thing is, with this thing being what they say terminal, I'm not trying to live that way. I'm not trying to live in a terminal space, but I do have to take into consideration that this could be a possibility. You know what I mean? So, so we do this, I do this research and I look into things and so on and so forth. And I'm trying to figure out, okay, let's say I do go on disability. Well, first of all, back in 2021, I ended up taking state disability, and thank God I did because I wasn't able to work. I was man down. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't go do the things that I do. I don't sit behind a desk, where I could just hang out and chill and do those things. You know what I mean? I'm on my feet and I'm moving and I'm grooving. You know what I mean? So, and I'm lifting and I'm doing all these things and getting under sinks and all that crap. And I couldn't do it straight out. But state disability is only good for the maximum a year, and you have to check in regularly, to make sure that you're still not able to go to work and all that stuff. But now here I am in a different situation, and that was just in 2021. So I took it for a year. So from July of 21 to July of 22 or June of 22. So I did that, and I attempted to go back to my old job, but my old job wasn't having it because I wasn't at 100% at that time. So, for the few months after that, I started, just building my strength back up. And by September, I was able to go back to work, but I went back to a new company because my old company had to fill the position, So I went back to work. New company and great company. Love them. And so now here I am. I've only been working since September 22 till now. So what's that? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. So I've been working 9 months now with this company. And in March, I got diagnosed with stage 4. So now we understand that it's terminal. Okay. As I tapped into human resources through the company, I don't qualify yet for like FMLA, so on. So any of the benefits, at all until a year of service, with them. And so now, okay, I'm like, okay, well, if this is the road that I take, and I do, chemo. Brain fog is real. Like, it hasn't went away since whatever. Anyway, chemo brain. So if this is the route that I choose to take and take time off and go the permanent disability, or what SSI deems, they call it compassionate allowance, that when you fill out the application, basically when you fill it out, you'll be filling it out as disability. And when you fill it out, certain things that you fill out, you check off, flags your application as compassionate allowance. There's no particular form on their website or anything like that to fill out, say this is compassionate allowance, this is your terminal. And that's basically what I'm claiming, that I'm terminal. And I'm not claiming it just to claim it. I'm claiming it because the doctor said I'm terminal. So, so I've been trying to do a little bit of research, and trying to find out, okay, well, how much do they pay? A month, because I need to, we got bills to pay, and the wife and stuff like that. I can't depend on her to sit here and pay all the bills. I mean, gosh, you know what I mean? So, I'm trying to figure out, okay, what do the numbers look like? I mean, am I able to take time off and spend time with the kids and the family and all of that stuff? Am I going to be able to at least pay those bills? You know what I mean? And that's the hard part. So, especially now, there's a couple things, do I even qualify for state disability, first of all, while the process of SSI even goes down? They say that when you're red flagged for the compassionate allowance, that the process happens a little faster, but as I talk to SSI, they say that the process, even with compassionate allowance, they're so booked up and backed up that it's going to take about 5 months. And you cannot apply for the disability or the compassionate allowance until you have to not be working. I have to quit now, and then let the process go through. So I'll have no income till then, if I was to do it. But Now the question is and I need to figure that out, is, okay, did I work enough? Because I exhausted all my state disability the last time, which was, like I said, 21 to 22. Now I got to find out, do I even qualify for more state disability to fill in the gap between the process of SSI and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So, and this is crazy, because when I spoke to SSI, they actually told me that I was able to I was probably able to qualify for SSI if I was in stage 3 the first time. So they were like, how come you should have applied the first time? I'm like, what? Yeah, that's what I said. Exactly. So, anyway, so I'm going to read a little bit from Forbes, okay, that talks a little bit about SSI or SSDI. So it says right here from Forbes Advisor, it says you can qualify for SSDI only if you worked long enough and paid enough Social Security taxes into Social Security system. The money you receive is based on a percentage of average wages earned during the time that you were working before becoming disabled. The maximum benefit as of 2023 is $3,627 monthly. But many people, or probably most, because I know a few people that are on SSI, many people receive less than this amount, but that's the maximum. So it says SSI in comparison doesn't require any specific work history, but it is a means tested benefits program. So you cannot get any benefits from it if you have too much household income or too many financial resources. More than $2,000 in countable resources for individuals, or more than $3,000 for couples. As of 2023, your maximum benefit is $914 if you're an individual, or $1,371 if you are an eligible individual and your spouse is also eligible. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Let me see if I read that again, because I said, as of 23, your maximum benefit is $914 if you're an individual. So, meaning if I was single, I'm assuming, and $1,371 if you are eligible individual and your spouse is also eligible. Well, I mean, my spouse could only make so much income? Is that what it's saying? Or is it saying that my spouse is on disability as well? If you have countable income from other sources, this benefit is reduced. So it says, according to Social Security Administration, the average benefits for all disabled workers in 2023 is $1,483, and it's up from 22 to $1,364. So I'm assuming they're talking about monthly. So that's the average, $1,400. You know, and that doesn't even count. I mean, they're gonna sit here and look at my wife's income too. So what's that got to do with anything? Shit. You know what I mean? Like, what's my wife's income got to do with me? Seriously. Anyways, it says, figuring out how much disability pays in my situation. As you can see, it can be complicated to answer the question, how much does disability pay, since it depends on which disability benefit programs I take advantage of. It's best to work with an experienced disability benefits lawyer to ensure You get the maximum benefits when an injury or an illness prevents you from being able to work. So it's telling me to get a lawyer. You know, by the sounds of this podcast, does it sound like I can afford a lawyer? No. You know, I have a GoFundMe going and everything like that. And I'm like, sheesh. So, you know, but just to think that, okay, these are like max payouts. But one thing that I did notice was on one of them, it said $914 or something like that. Okay. $914 if I'm single? Like, wow. Okay. And $1,300. I'm not sure. See, and all this to me, I mean, I'm trying to read it and it's confusing a little bit. Let me see if I have something else I could read to you. So, or is there anybody out there that is getting benefits, you know, and stuff like that? Because at the end of the day, you know, I do have to, what do they say? You know, stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. So, you know, I got to prepare for the worst, right? I mean, I would think. So let me see. I mean, it's probably not any easier reading from the California page either. So from the government page. So what does it say here? It says to qualify for SSI, you must also have little or no income and few resources. The value of things you own must be less than $2,000 if you're single and less than $3,000 for married couples living together. We don't count the value of your home if you live in it. And usually we don't count the value of your car. We may not count the value of certain other resources either, such as burial plot. Okay, this is from, I think this is what I'm reading to you right now is for security income, not for disability. I probably will be doing this through disability. If I'm not mistaken. So let's see if we could go ahead. Social Security benefits. Okay, in California, disability in California. Let me see. Boom. Let me see if they say the same thing. Okay, dokie. Okay. SSI amounts for 2023. The monthly maximum federal amounts for 2023 are $914 for an individual, for eligible individuals, and $1,371 for eligible individuals with an eligible spouse, and $458 for an essential person. In general, monthly amounts for the next year are determined by increasing the unrounded annual amounts for the current year by the COLA effect for January for the next year. So let's see. Okay, an eligible individual for... Okay, all right, well, so for 2023, eligible individuals in 2023 should be able to receive $10,970.44 for the year, which roughly translates to $914. Okay, eligible couple, $16,400 $453.84, which translates to $13.71 a month. Like, seriously? And then you got essential persons. If you're an essential person, it's $5,500, which translates to $458 a month. The monthly amount is reduced by subtracting monthly countable income. In the case of an eligible individual with an eligible spouse, the amount payable is further divided equally between the two spouses. Okay. Well, my spouse don't need anything. It's just me, but I need help with the bills. So, even thinking or, trying to determine whether or not I qualify and how much money is it even worth it, you got to be kidding me. If these are the numbers, it's not worth it. I mean, I'm better off just die and work to my death. Because that's where it's at, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? If this is my fate, you know what I mean? Like I said, you prepare for the worst, you know what I mean? But, you live for the day, but prepare for the worst. That's the trivial pursuit about this thing. So, from what I could take and what I could gather out of this information I just shot you, you homeless in California. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's kind of where it's at right now. Just stuck in limbo, trying to figure out what I need or want or what I need to do, because I don't know my outcome. I don't know my future. I can't predict it. All I know is that I'm working hard to survive, and working hard to keep a positive mind state, to try to live and stay in that mind state as much as possible. With that being said, I'm going to just continue to love life, live life fully, at this point, and I'll continue to do my research into some of this stuff and see what else I can get out of SSI when I talk to them, exactly how this kind of all unfolds and things like that. And, but I mean, this thing is crazy, it's crazy. So, with that being said, I appreciate your time. I appreciate everybody out there listening. Thank you. Thank you to all the streaming platforms that I'm on for hosting my show. I greatly appreciate it. Pandora, Spotify, iHeart, I believe Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, everything. I appreciate you guys all and allowing me to voice my opinions and things like that, and so the world could have a real live person versus a robot. That's what a lot of these podcasts sound like to me. But I'm just a regular guy with stage 4 more metastatic cancer, and I'm trying to figure life out. I don't have a lot of income like that, you know what I mean? Life hasn't warranted me to be comfortable, so life is, per se, check to check basis kind of thing. Not necessarily, but necessarily, you know what I mean? I might be able to get through, 2 checks. No, but seriously, I mean, you understand what I'm saying. It's like, you know, if I didn't have this disease, life will definitely be a lot better and more manageable, to say the least. So I just want to say thank you for listening to everybody out there in the world. Now, really, the show is international, so that's amazing. So thank you again. That's me. That's my time. Peace, love, one.